I can't believe this discovery went largely unnoticed by Metallica fans because this is huge. I am a fan of songwriting stuff, figuring out who wrote which part of the song, which riff belongs to James, to Kirk. Do you remember that video of mine, like from 6 years ago? 20 riffs of Metallica not by James Hetfield. Because in Metallica, that's kind of a norm. If a riff exists, that must be by the riff master. And only a couple ones were known to be not by him, like by Kirk Hammett, another guitarist, by the way, in Metallica, the Creeping Death one, the Ender Sandman, and except that. And that's what we've been digging for all these years, to finding these little pieces of Metallica not by the main riff guy there. Also by bassist Cliff Burton, Jason, Rob, and Dave Mustaine. He was in the beginning of the band and he contributed to a handful of riffs, like 10 or 12 maybe, on 2 albums, maybe even 3. Master of Puppets, Leper Messiah, that's another story. And we're not done yet. The puzzle has not come together. We have to still figure out the riffs written by Kirk Hammett especially. But in one song of Metallica, the songwriting credits are pretty debatable. That's Ride the Lightning from Ride the Lightning. And what we do know about it, half of the riffs are by Dave Mustaine, that bridge da-da-da-da-da-da, with the spider chords that Metallica a little bit dumped down to play easier, and the main one, if we can call it that way, from the verse. The rest are by James Hetfield. But intro, that's another story. According to Kirk Hammett, intro is by Cliff Burton. And so why should we not believe Kirk? He was there recording this song and he must remember. But then we have the evidence by Dave Mustaine. In one interview, he told that the intro from Ride the Lightning is by Lars Ulrich. Firstly, we do know Lars can contribute songs. He can, as James said, murmur riffs like ne 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 ne, and James just transposes it from the to
a riff that I can't remember is somewhere else or someone else's riffs. Don't little, don't little, don't little,
but that is not why Lars Ulrich can essentially on every Metallica song writing credits, except maybe 2, like Anesthesia, because he makes the composition and he's the boss of Metallica. He has to have some share. He is the owner of the name, the stealer, the borrower, but still, we have to accept it. And hearing that from Dave Mustaine, that he acknowledged that Lars wrote something, considering their relationships, man, that also should be credible, I guess. Dave's like, well, Lars dickhead, but he does stuff. He wrote the intro to Ride the Lightning. So that's not true. Because in a more recent interview, like from 2 years ago, Dave told the same story in a podcast, and this time he could actually sing this riff so we'd hear it. And that's not Ride the Lightning. And the interviewer kind of pointed that out, to which they was like, whatever, I don't remember their songs, I don't care. Finding that a couple of years prior to it, he was reminded of Master of Puppets when they played it on the Grammy of Megadeth, and he's only forgot about it again. Anyway, now it is all clear. The intro to Ride the Lightning, that with the harmony, belongs to Cliff. And regarding Master of Puppets' intro, we have another piece of lore from the Back to the Front book, where they tell where the intro came from. It was originally on the D string. And then they decided to make use of it in a song. But that sounded too high as for Metallica. But everything in Metallica, almost everything, is in E, open E, cannot go lower than that in standard tuning. And so they transposed it to the open E string. And now we have the intro we know now. And now we also know who came up with it. Lars. Well, except blah 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 in riffs, Lars also could do it on the guitar. Yeah, he's not a prolific guitarist. But he could do some basic fingering or with a pick, whatever, just plucking the string in the most basic way. That's the basic yet chromatic descending lick on the one string. That essentially sounds like a rookie riff. Like you just noodling on the guitar when you just picked it up, and that's what you did.
You know what that was? It was a guy with a guitar that doesn't know how to play, and he's going, oh, 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 oh. It wasn't anything really mind-blowing. The way James played it made it mind-blowing.
How things turned out in one of the most iconic intros in metal ever. And man, this is huge. I don't know, maybe you don't care about it, but I do. And thousands upon thousands of people on the internet also do, because those videos about these topics would not made so many views. We have been doing it for years. Metallica existed for 42 years, man, and still shit comes up to the surface. That's why they're the fucking band.